What is up, guys? Welcome back to my Kena walkthrough. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again. We got a lot of ground to cover in this episode, so we're going to clear out the next area in one fell swoop. So we're going to do it all in one episode, however long it takes. For starters, I believe I misspoke at the end of the last episode. I think I said that there's one hat, one flower shrine, and one meditation spot left. I said it's all after the next boss. I misspoke there. The flower shrine is actually now. So we're going to go and pick up that last flower shrine of ours. So to do that, we're going to head over to this field here where we cleared out some stuff. And there's this forest tier here. The flower shrine is right on the other side of this little hill here. So let us pick that one up. There we go. So there's the last flower shrine in this area. And so now that we have all the flower shrines, we're going to head back up to this area to the village heart. And we're going to knock out the entire village heart area in this episode. And it's a pretty linear path through the village heart, but there's some cool puzzles, there's some cool areas, and some pretty nice encounters as well. So it's a lot of fun. All right, so to get there, this is where we started at the episode, and then we're going to head on up this hill. And here we are. We're going to hit a checkpoint right up in here. And we are officially in the village heart.
Okay, I've got the plate working, so you should be able to activate this door.
So, false. It does not work.
Another relic must be close. Where does this lead?
The village heart. Energy flows from the mountain and gathers in a vast network of caves beneath the farmland. Adir and I found a way to collect and focus that energy. These caves were at the core of our work.
Okay, so Hana said that this thing worked. It doesn't work yet. Before we activate the switch, we have a couple of errands to run. So we're going to head over this way to the left to this cliffside here, and then we can turn left or right here. So we're going to turn left first. If you look down here, there's a dead zone heart to get rid of. And now that it is gone, we can throw our bombs on these rocks, blow them up. Whoops. Must not have been in the spot it was looking for. There we go. Let's try this one. There we go. So now we just hop on across. And right here, we have ourselves a meditation spot. So we will meditate. Once we get our life, we can end the meditation. So we got some extra health that we're working with now. So to get back across, we gotta bomb these things again. There we go. And now we're going to go across the other side here. These are both dead ends, but both for important purposes. So, let's see. We need to shoot this switch first and then grapple over. Since we shot the switch, the rock flips, and now we can jump on over to these ledges here. If you hadn't have shot that switch, you would have fallen to your death after grappling over to that flower. So make sure you shoot that switch. You can also be fancy if you don't shoot the switch when you're falling down from grappling the flower. You can actually do a double jump and grab that ledge too, but it's just easier to shoot the switch. All right, so in here we have a spirit mail. So both very important items. A meditation spot and a spirit mail. So now we're going to head back over by way of this grapple flower that's just there for our usage. Okay, so now it's puzzle time. First things first, we're going to bomb these rocks here. And instead of solving the puzzle right away, we're going to use these platforms to hop over here for a treasure chest filled with the money crystals. All right, and now we're going to hop on back down. Okay, so now we're going to solve the puzzle. So you bomb these rocks and shoot the switch here. And then bomb these rocks. Now we can pulse on the switch and the door will activate. Boom. So that is the puzzle. So remember, you have to bomb those over there. Make sure you shoot the switch, because if you don't shoot the switch, the crystal will not be in the right spot for your pulse to work on the door. So now we're going to enter this cave, and this will lead us to the village heart. All right. So quick little cutscene there. Once you regain control, you can look on down. Don't jump off because you'll die. So what we're going to do here is we're going to slide on down. And then you'll fall into some water here. Then through this cave, we'll have a quick little encounter. Nothing too difficult. Some lizard people. All right. We've got quite a bit of experience points, so I'm going to go on and cash some of that in. I'll do the perfect charge. I'll go ahead and increase my quiver as well. So we've got 2 upgrades left, the Rotten Fuse Bomb and the extra shield health. Once we get both of those, then we'll actually unlock the trophy for getting all skills. So what we're going to do now is continue straight through these caves. That's where I came from, so I need to go the other way. I got turned around a little bit there. There we go. So keep swimming. So here we have some bombable rocks. So we're actually going to stand on top of these, but we're not going to bomb them yet. So when you look back this way, there's a grapple flower. So you're going to want to shoot that, but then immediately when you're falling, that flower back there is going to open up and you're going to want to shoot that in midair to get over there. So kind of a little tricky, but all right. So pull up your arrow, get your second grapple flower, and here you can pulse for a rot. All right. So we're going to head back over to those bombable rocks that we were just on. And actually just a little bit past them, there's a couple of things we can grab there on that little sandbar here. All money. All right, so jump on up here. And there's going to be a cursed chest up here. And this cursed chest is a little bit tricky. I don't believe it has a time limit, but it does have some pretty challenging enemies that you have to fight. So you have to defeat the the Wood Knight, which previously in this game was a boss. Now is just a regular old enemy in a cursed chest. And some other enemies are going to spawn too to make it a little bit more challenging. But as you can see, I'm just trying to shoot his weak points and doing some rot hammers when I get them. It's really the best way to go about this. When he does his, when he throws his club, as I said, when the first time he fought him, the best thing to do is just to jump over it. Ah, got hit there. Whoopsies. Trying to get his last weak point, but it's eluding me. All right. Well, now I got a courage, so I'm going to do a rot hammer here, and that might take him out. Not quite. There we go. Got him. So that is one of the tougher cursed chests that we've fought thus far. That one is not a gimme. Some of them are gimmies. This one was not a gimme. Inside the chest, we have ourselves the Hana's mask. And that is a rot hat that is now available to us. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to shoot these rocks down here that we've been looking at for a while. So on the side, you see a switch. You're going to want to shoot it twice. 1, 2. So now it's a platform that we can jump across. And it barely can make that jump. You have to do a big double jump there. And now we just got some stuff to get through here. We're going to follow the path for a bit. You can do a pulse, then it'll light up these crystals. I mean, it doesn't really do that much for you. Maybe gives you a little bit extra light, but it doesn't open anything or unlock anything, so. All that's poisonous water below, so don't jump into it. All right, so this area. So there's a big old bombable rock right there in the middle. So what we need to do is you need to shoot this with the bomb. Before you jump over, shoot this switch right here. It's going to knock the rock off. And when you jump over here, you're going to need to shoot this switch, which rotates it. So now you can grab onto this ledge. It's a multi-step process, as you can tell. When you get over here, drop down onto this rock, and now you can jump across to safety. And there's some things on here. This is not our ultimate destination, though. We got to wait for this rock formation to go back down into the ground, and now we have to bomb it again. So now from here, we're going to jump up onto this one, jump up here, and we're going to shoot this one again, and it's going to take us up a little bit. We can shoot this one so we can jump onto it now. Jump up here. Now we can jump up to this ledge, and that is all that we have to do there. So it is quite the process to get from down there to up here, but it took me a while to figure that out on my own. But over here, we have a little rot thing we can pulse to get ourselves another rot. All right, so number 80 for us. All right, so we're going to head this way now. Really the only way we can go. This, as I said before, this area is a bit linear. So this room is a little bit interesting. So you want to shoot that forest tier. So there are enemies in this room, but they're not going to spawn until you use the forest tier. So there's a few corruption spots you have to hit. So there's one up. That guy busted up my rot. Actually, I should not have used a rot hammer there because I need to build up my my courage to use these dead zone hearts. All right, so there's number 2 that we just unlocked. And number 3. So we're going to need to get all of these dead zone hearts. In order to do that, we're going to need courage. All right, so we picked up a couple courage. So we'll get this one. Go over here and get this one. And these guys really don't attack unless you have a rot dragon out. So they just kind of chill for whatever reason. And we can get our courage. So he just respawns. So now that we've got our courage, we can use it on this final dead zone heart right ahead of us. And this awakens the boss, the Rot Eater. So I'm going to shoot him with some arrows, just kind of keep my distance, maybe throw a bomb. So he summons some enemies. These guys are going to get annoying if we don't kill them. And you can actually use your Rot Dragon, if you want to use your Rot action for it, to attack him. Well, that didn't work out so well. Of course, using the Rot Dragon lures these guys out, so I don't exactly suggest doing that. But if you want to get fancy, you can certainly do that if you wish. Now that I've got some Rot courage actions built up. I'm going to do some... yeah, whenever he lifts his tongue up like that, he's about to fire a bomb at you. So now that I got him close and I have some rot actions, just going to do some rot hammers on him. And, you know, there's a I believe there's at least one heal. Yeah, there's a healing node in this room in case you need to heal up. So just keep that in mind too. Yep, there's his tongue thing, and he shoots a bomb at you. I didn't get out of the way in time, or I didn't dodge quickly enough, I guess. This guy's got a lot of HP. But rot hammers work quite well against him. Oh, see that he's got that summon kind of, it's like an AoE sort of deal, but it summons the enemies, his helpers. Oops, he's shooting his bomb, and you can see there he can shoot his bomb behind him too. So getting behind him isn't a complete foolproof way to dodge those bombs that he shoots. But he's dead now. It's a little bit of a tricky fight, but not too bad. So now we can get this dead zone heart, the big one in the middle there. And in this room, don't miss it, is a flower shrine. So go back and get your rot dragon. And we can get this flower shrine here. Oh, it didn't. It didn't count. That's too bad. That's kind of weird. It got rid of everything around it, but it didn't actually count as, like, unlocking it. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go through the path that we've unlocked. And another puzzle awaits us. So this one you want to bomb. Then you're going to want to shoot the switches here to create this pattern. And once the pattern lines up, then the pylon is active. Got to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. So once you do that, the door opens and this here raft pops up. So this is the Raft of Doom. So you're gonna pulse on the switch, but then you're gonna, you know, be attacked right away. So have your bow drawn, because these things are gonna come after you. If you don't already have the quick draw, I think it's called, trophy, where you have to shoot 3 weak points in a row, you're probably gonna get it in this area, because you're gonna have plenty of opportunities where these little I call them little lightning bugs come after you. And just shooting them at all counts as a critical hit point. And in order to get that trophy, you have to hit 3 critical hit points in 3 seconds. And this is a very easy spot to do that. So I'm gonna get this last guy down here who's being a nuisance. There we go. So that's all the enemies. So you can pulse on the once all the enemies are gone. I don't know why it's not working. Is it registering an enemy around here still? I don't think there's any more enemies. Pretty sure that's it. All right, there we go. I don't know why it took a couple seconds there for the raft to recognize that everything was gone. So anyway. All right. So we got another encounter, more of the lightning bug things. Do a rod hammer on these guys, get rid of them. 1-hit kill. Oh, more lightning bug guys. I told you they're all over the place in here. Unfortunately, the explosions hurt the enemies too, not just you. So if you blow one up around an enemy, it hurts them. Oh, that rod hammer almost killed that guy too in 1 hit. That was nice. Ah, I missed. Ah, come on, blow up. As I said, these are all over the place. So if you don't have that trophy yet, I ran out of arrows. If you don't have that trophy yet, it's very easy to get here. I did suggest getting it during that boss fight earlier in the game, because they will spawn indefinitely. But as I said, there are other opportunities to get it. And this is one of those opportunities. All right. Another one of these guys. All right, I got a bunch of rot hammers, so I'm just going to rot hammer them to death. And one more. There we go. Not too bad. Having 4 rot usages works wonders. More of these guys. And the dead zone heart is active. So we can bust it on open here. Okay. So you want to bomb these rocks open. Run through. Another slide. Okay, so this is another one of those. It's another little puzzle room here. So you're going to want to bomb. Up too far away, got to shoot it. Hop on across. And now you got to hop back before these platforms go away. As you can see, it's poisonous water down below. So do the same thing on this side. And hop on back. So now that we got both of these dead zone hearts, the poison water is going to drain, as you can see. Okay, so now we got to hop on down, and there's going to be an encounter with some these guys. There's going to be some of those roly-poly things you got to bomb. These enemies are a little bit annoying because they like charge at you like that. I don't like that. Ooh. There we go. And get this guy. Oh, how did that not hit the... So after you kill the regular enemies, you got 2 mages that spawn. And they're quite shifty, and those bombs they throw can be annoying. So I'm going to do a rot hammer. Do a double rot hammer. There we go. Got one of the mages. And so you recall these guys spawn enemies, and so in this case they spawn the exploding lightning bug guys. If you don't have the Return to Cinder trophy already, this would be a good spot to get it. So to get the Return to Cinder trophy, I just messed it up there. To get the Return to Cinder trophy, you have to parry the bombs at just the right moment. And if you parry the bombs at the right time, you'll send it back to him. And the Return to Cinder, the Return to Cinder, I'm messing that up severely. The Return to Cinder trophy, is you have to kill the mage with a parried bomb. And I've already got the trophy. I recommended getting the trophy much earlier in the game. But if you don't already have it, that's how you get it, is you'd have to parry one of these bombs, which the timing on parrying the bombs is very, very tough. There you go. That's how you do it. That's the bomb parry. So if you actually get the kill with a bomb parry, then the mage will die. Or if you get the kill with the bomb parry, then you get the Return to Cinder trophy, I should say. But there we go. Got the mage without a bomb because I already have that trophy. And that encounter is over, so you want to get the big old dead zone heart there in the middle. Now, we have a switch. You just unlocked a checkpoint, I believe. Yep. All right, so in here, you see this big old wave that's coming our way. That's not necessarily a factor right now, but it will be in just a few minutes here. So jump on over here. Don't miss this. This is a memory spot. So if you inspect this little log here, it will trigger the memory. So what we want to do now is shoot this pile of rubble. You want to jump on up here. and grapple the flower. I think I just glitched the game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm stuck. Wow. I cannot get out. I grappled the flower at like the exact moment and I just glitched the game. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. There's no way to get out of this. So, oh, there we go. Nice. I got out. Okay. Ooh, that was close. I'm going up these stairs. It doesn't take you anywhere, so don't worry about him. That was really weird. I'm glad I got out of that without having to reload a save. All right, so here's our memory point right here.
Enough, Akira. We've lost many, but the village can survive. Hana is gone. You know this in your heart. Come with me. We can honor her with the others.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy to forget that literally everyone that you talk to, like Hana, the person we've been talking to so far, that everyone we've been talking to is actually dead. Sometimes I forget that. So through here, it's a little treasure chest with some money through this door. So, you know, leave that up to you to decide if it's worth going for it or not. But anyway, so to move on, you want to drop on down here. And this is where you would wind up if you followed the normal path and didn't get the memory. This spot can be a little bit tricky because these waves can hurt you, of course. So make sure when they come by, just jump over them. Barely made that one. I'm going to wait for this one to cross before I bomb this platform here. There we go. All right, so blow up the bomb. And this exposes a flower that you can shoot. And here, I want to blow up these. And it'll allow you to cross over here. You want to stay up on these platforms because these little arches is how you get across. So jump on down, jump over here. And actually on top of this, you're too high for the waves to hit you, so you don't have to worry about jumping for the waves. So this pile of rubble here, want to throw a bomb. You're going to want to shoot this switch, wait for the wave, shoot the flower. And now you want to run up on this one, run all the way to the top, jump off, and shoot this flower. That's how you get over. So now we're at the end of this area. And man, one thing I just wanted to say, I love the music in this room. I don't know what it is. It's just so atmospheric. And, it pretty much blew me away the first time I came in here. Just the atmosphere, the music, the aura. It was pretty awesome. Okay, so we just blew this up. We're getting our last relic for Adira's mask. Not bad, not bad.
Up here.
So if we're getting our third relic, we automatically get 3 rots, bringing us up to a total of 83. Before we head up the elevator, there's some business to take care of. So now that we've cleared this area, we can actually swim in the water now. And there's a couple things to get here. So over this way, is a treasure chest. filled with money crystals. I mean, as I said, the money is relatively pointless in this game, but it's just the fact that it's in a larger looking treasure chest that I feel obligated to get it. And I mean, who knows what kind of rot hats you're buying? You might have expensive taste, so I feel like I owe it to you guys to at least show you where that is. But there's actually something way more important that we get for backtracking back down here, and we're gonna get there in just a bit there. So if you go this way, you know, kind of back under where that big dead zone heart was that we just cleared. If you swim back here, there's a little cave. And believe me, this one is much more worthwhile than the one that we just got a minute ago. So in here, we can pick this up with our rot and get ourselves another rot. Takes us up to 84, and in this chest, we have the crown hat. So now we can swim on back through this archway. And now we can take the elevator ride up. So just jump on in, have your rot pull the lever.
I found the relic, but the village heart was gone.
It all makes sense now. She must have moved mountains to transport the village heart. If anyone could find a way, it would be Adira.
I'll return the relics to the tower. Thank you for your help, Hannah. I know it's hard to revisit the past.
I'm glad you've come, Kana. I believe you can help her find peace.
All right. So now what we want to do, there's a few things for us left to get yet. So up this way, see this banged up house. Inside, we get a spirit mail. And then over here, we have a cursed chest. This might be the hardest cursed chest that we've done so far. There's a very strict time limit to get 15 enemies. It might take a few tries. We'll see. So first of all, run right over here. Use a rot hammer to kill this guy in one hit. So what you're going to want to do now... It didn't get him. Dang it. What you want to do now is you want to charge up your rot hammers. It's gonna seem like it's counterintuitive because you're not killing enough enemies very quickly, but charge up your rot hammers, get at least 3 or 4, and so that way enemies will start to kind of gather around you, and you'll be able to get multiple enemies with one shot. So I'm just using R1s at this point. I'm gonna kill this one, and then I'm gonna start using rot hammers. Alternatively, you can lower the difficulty, and there's no shame in doing that, believe me, because this cursed chest is extremely difficult. So you can see how, you know, they're starting to gather together a little bit. That's probably gonna waste. Yeah, not gonna get it this time. It's gonna be close. Yeah, close but no cigar. This, as I said, this one is very difficult to get. So we're going to try again. All right, so as I said last time, start off with a rot hammer. Hopefully you get this guy in one hit. There we go. Then jump on down. Pretty much R1 spam to get some rot hammers built up. And if you can hit 2 guys at once, sometimes you can. That obviously is of benefit to you. The goal is to get them to kind of group together. And especially once you start using your rot hammers, if you can hit more than one of them at the same time with one rot hammer, that is ideal. So hopefully this gets both of these. There we go. Take care of this one. Charge up some rot hammer usages. See if I can get both of these with one rot hammer. There we go. Perfect. So we're at 12. See if we can get a 2 for 1 here. There we go. 14. One rot hammer left. There we go. Got it. So as I said, that can be a bit of a tricky encounter. Oh, he was still technically alive. That's funny. That can be a bit of a tricky encounter. But it really is just a matter of managing your rot hammer usages and trying to get them in groups as much as possible. Okay, so what we want to do now is can pick this cat up for some extra experience here. Here we go. Got 330. Let's see. Can we get something here? Here we go. We can get the shield health. We only have one left, the rot infused bomb. Once we get that ability, we're going to have all abilities and get that trophy. So in here, you can look up, there's a grapple flower. And we can open up this treasure chest for this stinky fruit hat. So here at the Village Heart, we've got everything in this episode. So we accomplished our goal. So now that we have everything, what you want to do is head back to the tower entrance, because that's where we're going to fight the next boss. So I'm just going to go there on foot. Why not? Take in all of the scenery. And I'm not right by a warp point. That would be nice and convenient to use as a warp, so I kind of had to go out of my way anyway to get to a warp point. Say hello to Rufus. Hey, buddy. And here we are, back at the tower. So, to kick things off in the next one, we're going to fight the boss in this area, and that'll be lots of fun. So, thank you guys for sticking around. I know this episode went a little bit longer than usual, but we had a lot to take care of, and we did take care of all of it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.